Hi, let's connect there. I know there's been tons of videos made about this land project and this land debacle that's been cruising through the internet. And I'm sorry that I have to make a video about it as well. I'm not trying to just jump on the bandwagon. There's been some stuff that's just been driving me bonkers. When I see all these people on there complaining about land and how they don't want to be in land anymore. And it makes it discouraging as a Lego fan and a Lego collector, because I'm not trying to throw shade on anyone, but when they mention certain things and it proves the point of what everyone on the internet is saying about them, unfortunately, not in the fact that anyone should be negative or have to say the things that they say. It's just when you say you don't want a set, you would have never purchased this set, but you took the set from Lego because it was free. That kind of stuff is so irritating. Then don't take the Lego set and don't build it so that you don't have to worry about taking the review and wasting your time and being called a shill, because that right there makes you the shill. Unfortunately, if you didn't want the set, you would have never bought the set in any other fashion other than the fact that somebody says, here, take this free Lego set and make a video about it, and then you did it. That makes you the shill that you don't want to be, or that you complain that you are being called. That's the kind of stuff that is just frustrating, I think, to all the people online as well, and in the social media space, is when you guys are on there complaining and whining about how you don't have time to do this or you don't have time to do that. I would love to be in land. But the whole thing is, I'm only going to take sets that I would have purchased originally, and then I would make the reviews about them. I'm not going to just be like, oh, give me everything. No, I don't want everything. I don't have the space, nor do I want to devote the time to it like you guys all complain about. Then take the sets that you want and be like, hey, don't send me this. I don't want it. I'm not going to waste my time. Like me, if I'm in land, I'm not touching a Star Wars set. Not going to happen. They offer to me? Nope. Nope. Not going to do it. There's only 3 themes I would want, maybe 2, because how big the other theme is. Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, modular buildings, and Lego City. But the Lego City, like I said, I would probably say no, or I would just be like, I need to know the list of some of the stuff you want to send me because I don't want it. And I know I don't have all the details of how land works and all that, but if I know that they're going to send me 10 Lego City sets, I'm going to be like, oh, probably not. Because I don't want 10 Lego City sets, because there's only a few Lego City sets that I would have wanted. But since I know I would have purchased the entire wave of Jurassic Park and the modular building that comes out every year, those I would definitely take, because I would make the review and do all that stuff. But I'm going on a tangent. I'm not in land, nor have I even applied to land yet, because there's some criterias that in my personal life and my thing I haven't met yet to even apply. Because why would I want to apply and get denied? And I know there's a lot of extra slots now that everyone's complaining and jumping out of land, but I don't know. When it's ready for me is when I'll do it. Yes, and I know that once you find out the criterias, but I still would be, I still want to be me, and then they still want to be them. So then be you. And that's the other part too that I found kind of frustrating, and I guess I don't want to say irritated, but what I found, I guess, just frustrating is when people are on there, and they have thousands and millions of viewers and subscribers, and certain people like us, like me, and some of the other people that have been making videos like this have very little. And it's not, I know it's work. Yes, it's work. And I know you have to put in the work to get there. Yes. But and the other thing too is, it's also that experience factor of, yes, you do lose you lose a little connection when you didn't purchase the set. Yes, I know that. But the other thing too is, I know that I would have purchased any of those sets that I would take anyway. So I look at it as I'm still paying for them because I still have to do the thing. But I'm not taking tons of sets. And the other thing too is if you don't want the sets, give them away. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what the rules are, but I've heard that people can give them away because I've heard people do give them away. Then don't do it. And I don't know if you have to do a full review on them, be like, hey, this is cool, blah, blah, blah. This is something I would never purchase, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm giving it to somebody. The next comment that says blah, 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 blah gets this free Lego set. I don't know. That's just me talking, you know. But that's just, it just feels very hard because and I don't understand what the like firestorm is, why there's so many videos now and everybody's talking about it. And the other thing too is it's like, I mean, here's the little tinfoil hat part of me that maybe Lego's making all these guys say this because they want to close down the LAN project. So they're making everyone say bad and negative things about LAN because maybe they just want to shut that program down. I don't know. You know, they're like, hey, we'll continue to give you Lego sets for free for the next couple of years, but it's not going to be through LAN. You'll just get these sets randomly in the mail. I don't know. I mean, that's, like I said, that's just the tinfoil hat part of me going, it just seems a little odd that all of a sudden, you know, the 4 top giant YouTubers on and Lego influencers on any of the platforms are just being like, we're out of LAN, LAN's garbage, blah, 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 blah. And then everyone starts talking crap about LAN. And like I said, unless they're just trying to shut that program down, and that's one way of doing it. I've been in the corporate space for years, and so I know how that's how you shut down a project is you convince everyone that the project is garbage. You get everyone saying that it's garbage. You prove the numbers that are garbage by everyone leaving the program, and then you can shut it down. Like I said, that's just the tinfoil hat part of me, but that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts? But, I mean, I could understand. And I also see both sides of it. I truly understand how, you know, but when you dedicate your entire life and your career to building Legos and doing Legos, and then you cry and whine about how you're building Legos and making content about doing the thing you wanted to create your whole career and job over, it just seems a little discouraging. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to throw shade on nobody. That's why I haven't mentioned anybody by name. But it does seem very frustrating when you hear that. And I've watched these people for years, and I've watched them grow. And I could understand too, because once certain things did change for them, it seemed there was that disconnect, because I kind of just stopped watching their videos and I didn't really care too much. And I felt very more cynical for some reason when I started seeing some of their videos where, I'm just talking to myself just like I am now. I'm yelling at the video going, blah, 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 blah. But that's how it is. Everyone just thinks, everyone's a, what do they call it? Armchair quarterback or whatever, you know. I'm the rolling chair Lego critic, I guess. I don't know. But I just want everyone to get back to connecting. And I know the world is so negative right now, but we need to stop being negative. And we just need to get back to what Lego is to you, and to me, and just that feeling of when you build a set, when you find the set, when you finally accomplish putting it together and finding a good spot to display it. That's what I think some of these videos are lacking, because that's what they're doing. It's like, oh, I built this set, blah, 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 here it is. Everybody go buy it. That gets old. And that's the thing is, and that's what it seems like everything's been flooded by, is just buying the set and putting, you know, and just building it and being like, this is 15 videos of me doing the same exact thing. When it should be, you know, I like this part and I like the way they did it this way, and going through meticulously as you build a set and just being like, how does that make you feel? Like when I did the Jurassic World Rebirth gas station set, I can't remember. It was the Titanosaurus mission. I don't remember in the Lego set. I've probably got the box around here somewhere. But anyways, I really genuinely liked the build of that gas station. Whoever designed that, it was done extremely well. It was very sturdy. It was put together, everything interlocked, and it felt very sturdy and very solid. I had actually was trying to mock it up and put it in my city, and I dropped it more than once. Nothing fell off of it. Nothing shifted. Everything on that set was done well. I mean, some of the other stuff, like the side build of that tree, that was kind of garbage because every time I touched my table, it fell over. But that could have just been, you know, just a loose piece or whatnot. But the gas station itself was designed extremely well. I like the way it looked. And it was like extremely sturdy. So I enjoyed that build. And I had fun building that. And you can kind of see it in my video when I talk about it. I liked that set. It was an expensive set, yes, but it was very enjoyable. And I had fun doing it. And I mean, I'm a very big Jurassic Park fan, as you can tell. So getting to experience those kind of things, and just like the little things, they just kind of just put that little twinkle in your eye. That's what I want these videos to get back to. And I hope that's what they do now that they're not being hounded or shackled by any of the politics of what land or any of that other stuff is. You know, I just want to connect with people, build with people, and enjoy Lego with people. And that's what I think we need to all kind of get back to, is just that, what Lego is. I know, yes, it's for children. Yes, it's for adults. Yes, it's for this person or that person. But we collectively are human beings. We collectively collect things in our own way. Some people like minifigs. Some people don't. Like, I'm not a huge fan of minifigs. But I do like all the other stuff. I mean, but every once in a while, I'll get on a kick and I'll be like, that's a cool minifig. I kind of want it. But, and it's just, I'm not ragging on anyone that does. And you shouldn't rag on anyone that does. People collect what they collect because it makes them feel good and how they feel about it. And that's what we need to get back to. What Lego collecting and building is to you. Not this land stuff, not free sets, not blah, 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 blah. Not the latest thing. It's like what Lego is to you and why you started building and collecting. And I think that's what we need to get back to. So I've rambled long enough. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. You know, I mean, I just want to know. And like I said, if land came to me and said, do you want to be in it? I'll be like, yeah. But I'm not going to take everything. No. It's one, I don't have the space. I mean, I'll just build another building if I have to. But that's a lot of work too. You know, so just do what you feel is genuine to you. Collect what you want. There's hundreds and thousands of Lego sets. And that's what I think the collecting world has gotten to. I know I'm going back onto another tangent. There is so much stuff to collect that I think some people just need to narrow their field back down to what it was to them. Not, I have to have the latest and coolest thing. It's just what it is to you and what it is to you out there. Just get back to what collecting and Lego building is. You know? So let's connect, build together, and I'll see you guys in the next one.